Hello everyone.
Is it on? Hello, Brad.
Bionic Man.
Hello. Brad Sajia. I'm sorry. You guys have some PG rated speeches. Now it's gonna get a bit adult rated. Just warning you. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. By the way, I wasn't there at the Hindu wedding because I had COVID. So I made sure that I was testing positive before I came today. April Fools, guys. April Fools. Yeah. I'm a very positive personality. That's correct. Right. Okay, first of all, what a beautiful event today. You know, I really thought it was a pleasure to be a part of this event. I hope everyone can hear me in the corner. Yeah? Am I speaking too close to the mic? Too far? Yeah? Okay, good. Right, perfect. I know, I've been called that before. So, yeah, as I said, it's a beautiful event. Well done to Sajia and Rafat for putting this together, and obviously all your friends and family. You know, it was a pleasure for us to be part of, you know, thanks for including us. And thanks for Rafat and Sajia to let us say a few words about you. I promise to be nice to you. I joke, April Fools. Right, so, you know when someone's really beautiful, they just radiate this energy and just lifts everyone else's happiness and everything like that. So can you just please all give up to how beautiful Brafat looks today? Sajia, you know what? You gotta give a tip to the makeup ladies. I'm joking. You look very nice. You look very beautiful. Yeah. Is that how it is, Brafat, yeah? Okay. No, you both look beautiful, you know? I'm honored to be in your presence. Just joking. April Fools. So, let me tell you about Brafat. First time I met Brafat, it was a memorable event. He remembers very he's laughing already like a little schoolgirl. So basically, if I told you that somebody was so keen to get off a bus that they pressed the emergency button and jumped off and headbutt the ground while they were still moving, would you believe that was Brafat? Yes. Okay, that's good. There you go. So that's exactly what Brafat did. But before that, he shared some kind words with me, welcomed me to the fraternity that I just joined, and I didn't realize I did. This is the Bruno Tamils. I just came to uni, first day, and I witnessed this. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I was confused, but I was welcomed into fraternity nonetheless. This in contrast to some of the other guys at uni, the riff-raff, as my friend Vivian there mentioned. Hello, Prav. How you doing, all right? Yeah. First time he met me, he said, "Oi, what area are you from?" Yeah. To translate that to Tamil, in the area machi. Right? Okay? So yeah, it was a less hostile welcome from Brafat, and ever since then he's always showed me love. But Brafat's a little bit clumsy. Let's get to the point.
A little bit?
Just a little bit. He's probably going to stand up and say, "Okay, fine, I get it, guys, I'm clumsy." Because all these pictures are talking about him being clumsy. They got a point, you know? So it took a whole army of groomsmen to make sure that his shirt is not creased or stained right now. Because he was having a beverage in his room, and we had to put a towel over his chest to make sure that it doesn't...
Oh, that was hurt.
Sometimes I wonder if he has full control over his limbs. Okay, next, let's move on to his eating habits. Because the boy loves to eat, right? He loves food, hence the reason Jaff in the kitchen. But when he's eating, please bear in mind, you need to stay 2 feet away from where he's eating. Unless you want your clothes to be stained with whatever enjoyable asset he's having. The worst is rice and curry, because he goes fully in. Like, it doesn't just, you know, you'd think someone with not much control over their limbs would portion control. But he doesn't control portion-wise. He just lumps it on like it's a mountain, the food's gonna run out tomorrow, you know, that kind of level. And he starts eating, he goes everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But you never see a happier face than Brafat once he's finished that plate. I'm surprised how Jaff in the kitchen is still in business, because first rule of business is you don't eat your own supply. Right? Okay. Okay, now let's get on to his snoring and his sleeping habits. Alright, this is something that's close to my heart because it's affected me personally. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys a little story about Brafat snoring. All right. He loves to sleep. This guy loves to sleep.
I don't know, you love to sleep.
Yeah, I love to sleep.
I got a story about this guy before he goes any further, yeah? This guy slept at a pool party 2 feet away from David Guetta, and he personally had to wake him up. So
That's okay. That's okay. At least I was slept in
much
a bed.
support as you're gonna get from me today.
I slept in a bed. This guy slept on one of those chairs in the airport. You know how uncomfortable those chairs are? How fully metal. You don't have a backrest. This guy knocked out and was snoring. Oh, he's snoring. Let me talk about his snoring. What can I say about his snoring? Anyone here, a few of us, have shared many beds with him. Okay, don't take it that way, right? It's not that kind of party yet. I'm joking, April Fools. Right, okay. So basically, his snoring is like, I can liken it to an animal, right? It's like a walrus that's been shot with a harpoon through his heart, right? And he's giving birth at the same time. But it's beautiful at the same time. Just like rap is. But the thing is, some people snore and it's like a rhythm. So if you're sleeping in the same rhythm, you can catch a rhythm and go back to sleep. But this guy, there's no rhythm, it's just erratic. Like, you don't know what's coming next. This is crazy. So good luck, Saj. I know it's your first night, but good luck, love, good luck. May the force be with you. Yeah. Right, and then the first thing is, Rafa will wake up like, yo, what's good, man? You had a good night's sleep, yeah? I was like, no, bro, I was trying to catch a rhythm. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to talk about a very personal time between me and Rafa, right? We shared a very intimate moment in Mauritius. Let me tell you about Mauritius. You could literally write a whole story about Mauritius, right? But, it could be a romantic novel, but it could also be a crime thriller. Because the first few hours of us being in Mauritius, we were in this nice resort for Shane's wedding. Hey, Shane. Shane's wedding in Mauritius, yeah? And everyone's pushing everyone in the pool. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get Rafat back. I pushed him in the pool after he had pushed someone else in the pool. Right? I just took my moment, guys. Come on, don't blame me, right? Little did I know the guy had his phone in his pocket. Yeah, and it was a brand new iPhone. Goodbye iPhone. Yeah. Oh my God, there was not 5 minutes in the whole trip which I did not hear about that iPhone. And let me tell you, we tried to put some rice, the phone in bags, there was no Asians that came and tried to fix it. Yeah? And there was, that was a bad joke, sorry. Okay, apologies guys. It's gonna get better from here on. Right. So, yeah, it just kept reminding me, the worst thing is we were sharing a room, right? And it's one of those rooms where you can see through the toilet. It's like a glass door. So there was no escape. Even when I was doing my private business, Rafat was there like looking at me. You threw my, you put my phone in the water, bro. Everything was mentioned, like if you were booking a flight, I can't call my family, Priya still probably hates me for this. Because she had to talk through me, the guy that pushed him in the pool, that lost his phone. But yeah. And then, worst thing is guys, we missed our flight back, okay? Let me paint the picture. So I was like, let's not do this last experience because we need to go back. But Brafat being Brafat, he loves the experiences. He's like, no, let's do this 2 hours extra and give us half an hour to get to the airport. Guess what? We missed our flight. We got to the airport late. Guess who got the blame? And guess what the reason was? Obviously, yours truly and the phone, right? But not because we were 2 hours late at the bloody quad bike place. Okay? So, we missed the flight, and on the way back, I think Shiva and Tina were with us in the bus back from the quad biking place back to the hotel. There was not a 1 second where I didn't get the blame and the phone getting lost, right? Tina, remember, she's cracking up. And then guess what? When we got back, we didn't have a room to stay in. So, sorry Sajida, this is not going to be his first honeymoon experience. Okay? So Shane kindly gave us his honeymoon suite. So me and Brafat had a very romantic night in the honeymoon suite. They had flowers, champagne, everything. It was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't change it for the world. Right, okay, enough about Brafap. I mean, there's not enough about Brafap. There's never enough time to talk about Brafap. We need 2 hours to talk about Brafap. But we're going to leave it there for now. Actually, you know what? After I pushed him on the phone, he waited. He bid his sweet time, and he got me back on my own stag. He threw me in the river, infested with sharks with machine guns, and just left me to die. But one of our brave friends swam out and carried me back like a sack of potatoes back to the ship. Well, honestly, okay, moving on to Sajida. Sajida. How you doing? Love, you right? You having a good time? Get married and that? Yeah. Okay, I know Sajida for a long time, but not officially. I know her through mutual friends and things like that. And what I've ever heard, everything I heard about her, I can't mention today. No, I'm joking.
April Fools!
She's a lovely girl. She's an absolutely lovely girl. She's very bubbly. Sometimes she's very clumsy and a danger to herself. You know, it's like a report card from school. She's a danger to herself. Those last two qualities reminded me of someone. I just couldn't think of who. Yeah, I just couldn't think of who at the time, but I met Sajida first time properly. I think I got to know her at my good friend Midian and Jess's wedding in Malaysia. We had an absolutely great time. It was brilliant. And, you know, as I said, Sajida is very bubbly, great, and she's a perfect match for Brafap. So when I first found out that Brafap and Sajida are going to get married, I was absolutely over the moon. I was so happy for them, because I knew that they both make a perfect match. The funny thing is, the first thing that came to my mind is crutches. Okay, I'll tell you later at the bar. No, actually, I'll tell you now. April Fools. Right. So, basically, I just remember Brafap coming out clubbing in crutches, and for some reason, I have a feeling that Sajida has done the same. Either she's come out clubbing, broken her foot and needed crutches, or she's come out with crutches. Yeah, I remember that somewhere. So I just thought, that's the first thing I thought about when Brafap told me that they're going to get married. And I thought, oh wow, God couldn't pick any better if he tried. As I said, they're both clumsy and they're both a danger to themselves. Right. Okay, now I'm going to get into the subject stuff. You can turn off now if you want to. But Brafap, I love you, bro. You're one of my role models in life. I aspire to be more like you every day. You know what you want in life, and you go hard to get it. You do whatever you need to do to get it. You always look out for your friends. No one ever needs to doubt your friendship. You're someone that actually genuinely enriches the lives of the friends around you. You make all our lives better, basically, for the simple ones around here. You're always pushing yourself to be better. And like I said, I always aspire to be you, and I'm always going to be there for you. I love you. I love you, Sajida. You're in good hands. Brafap, you're in good hands as well.
Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that, so bear with me, boy. Saj. I'm not gonna lie, you know, until you signed the papers this morning and I witnessed it myself, I thought it was some sick April Fool jokes you played on Brafap. But you actually did it, you married Brafap. Man, look at Brafap now though, just grinning away. It's like, yeah, I couldn't believe she did it as well, you know, I thought it was some joke as well. No, so I was planning this speech. One question kept ringing in my head. How do I summarize a friendship that somehow lasted all these years? But really, how can I do this without turning into some massive inside joke? Or say too much and get slapped like Chris Rock did last week? Do I talk about what 5 guys did to Brafap on the back of an alley in Mexico last month?
Wait. He said we can't talk about that or ham sandwiches.
Say no more. I won't talk about the ham sandwiches.
Okay.
I'll talk about the other thing. Brafap got arrested. But look, it's just one big misunderstanding. Because they were really looking for this person.
Well, that didn't happen.
Hold tight. In case you're wondering who that is, that's legendary, iconic lesbian singer Sonic from back in the day, which we used to compare Brafap to.
Early 90s.
Like I said, it was a big misunderstanding that he got arrested. We tried to explain it wasn't Sonic. They said, listen fellas, give us $1,000 or we're taking her. I said, Mr. Officer, that's not her, that's Brafap on a stag. Furthermore, we'll give you $2,000 just to keep him. Long story short, they took one good look at Brafab and said, you know what, it's worth about $100. Give us $100 and we got him back.
You're going back because you love him, right?
Well, really and truly, it was that, and they had AK-47s pointed at us. And we kind of wanted to know how much he's worth to you, Saj.
What's your magic number?
We'll let you think about that. Oh, okay. Okay.
Good answer, good answer.
Look, I've known Brafab since uni. Me and Prabhu met around the same time. I've got my stories, but I think you've heard enough stories about him and his clumsy introductions. But I think me and Brafab go way back, because we both grew up in Jaffna, and then we all often talk about how we used to fly kites together when we were little. And this is in front of like Nanlu Temple. I don't know how verified the story is, but we're going with it, right? Alright, cool. With that in mind and all the stories you heard about Brafab and how clumsy he is, I just want to just take a moment, just picture little Brafab trying to fly a kite. Oh, wait. Brafab's just different, man. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. He's just an odd guy. I mean, look, okay. In other words, he's got his own way about him. His personality definitely affects all those around him, including the lady that was sat in front of him on the flight to Mexico last month. 10 minutes after takeoff, he's laughing because he already knows this. This is ridiculous. 10 minutes after takeoff, this poor lady sat in front of Brafab got upgraded to first class. That's how bad it was. No lie.
You're going to put it in front of a hostess, no sauce.
Yeah. I tried to tell this lady the same thing. I was like, yeah, this guy's annoying me, but nope, didn't work out for me. The rest of Mexico was cool. I'll tell you this one of the story, right? And you really got to picture it. But now I think it's going to make it a little bit easier for you because you kind of know what Brafab's antics like. So imagine this, we're racing a jet ski, right? So we're like 6 of us racing jet skis. And then we're spaced apart, we're going from one pier to the next pier. And then we go to the other pier and we're like, where's Brafab? And then we circle back around the pier to try and find Brafab. My guy is just hanging off the pier. Literally, Life West Arm just hanging off the pier. No jet ski in sight. That's just one of his antics. I get it, you're probably thinking this guy's got jokes, he's the one with the injured arm. Who would have thought you go on a trip with Brafab and someone else other than Brafab would get injured? But you know what, Brafab? It's rather me than you this time, just this one time. And we know how much you love the experiences, boy. Basically, he had a bucket list. He's got a new bucket list now, apparently, because he's married now, but his bucket list was just full of experiences that he wants to tick off, right? And one of them was go skydiving. So we thought, you know what? Let's chip in some money and get him a skydiving ticket for his 30th birthday. And then we paid for like the photographer that dives with him. And he got so mad at me that I paid for a photographer instead of paying for the second skydiver with another vest that might save him if the first one didn't work. Make sense? You know,
Yeah,
right?
makes sense, yeah.
And then he looked at me dead in the eye and said, you know what? I don't know what this is about, but I need to make better friend choices. And then another experience, right, he wanted to go to America, so he moved to America. But when I say he moved to America, right, he probably went there like 2 weeks at a time. And then usually when you go for like that amount of time, you probably come back with a fridge magnet, a mug that says, I love America, Chicago. My guy came back with some mid-Atlantic accent. And you probably catch it today. Certain words will come out like 40, water.
Right.
Right? Right? Anyway, look, Brafab, all jokes aside, you're my go-to guy, right? And this is for me and Tina. I know how much you've been there for us. Let this sink in for a minute, right? Brafab is a solution. Like, he's one of those guys, not a problem, he's a solution. Just let that sink in for a minute, because there's a lot to say about that. There's not very few people out there like that. But I'm just gonna leave all the soppy stuff at that. I think probably covered most of that already. But either way, I love you for everything that you did for me. I'll have you back, you have my back. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, so with the speeches, right, he kept messaging me like throughout the whole month, really, last month, saying, listen, I need the dance floor to start at 9 o'clock. Do not go over your time limit. I need the dance floor to be starting exactly at
It's
9
almost
o'clock.
10 now.
Yeah, give me a minute, Cubby. And I don't really get why you're so adamant, because check this, right? Wikipedia has its own definition about dances. Probably, beg you pull that out for me.
Give me a second, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, right. Wikipedia defines the word dance as a performing art form consisting of purposefully selected sequences of human movement.
Would you believe a word of that after what you've heard tonight? Let me repeat that. Dance is a performing art forming consisting of purposely selected sequence of human movement. I tell you what, it's definitely going to be performing an art. I'm not sure if it's purposeful, and it's questionable whether it's human at all. But you know what? You lot make your mind up about that, and let me know if I'm right or not. There's only one way to find out. All right, look, just with that in mind, I'm going to wrap this up. But one more thing before I leave, right? Rafa used to play football back in the day. So he used to play football in a Sunday league or Sunday games. Now I tried to track these guys down, right? Tracked a few of these guys down. And they sent a message for tonight. Saj, apologies we couldn't all be there today. Good luck with Rafa. We found him to be useless in most positions, but wishing you all the best for tonight. Thank you.
That's right. Give it up for Shivu and Prabhu.